All right. Let's go, Braves. That's right. All right, we'll start on the book of, as we always all tie lean to the Most High Yah through his being Yahushua HaMashiach that has moved for our kata. Ain't that right? We always got to understand why we're here. To serve him. To do whatever he said and set us out to do. This is the book of Romans chapter 15 at verse 4. Big shout out to our Ra. He's standing.
That's right.
That's right. This is the book of Romans chapter 15 at verse 4. Everybody got this first? No. Some people believe like the tourists say. They just look to the man all he ain't let them read. Yeah, that's right. Book of Romans chapter 15 at verse 4. What does it say?
For whatever Nikatab before, Nikatab for our lamed, that we through endurance and Nakum of the Ketubim might have Tikva.
That's right. For whatsoever was written before, it was written to teach us, so that through patience, we ever looked at that word patience? Dwight? Huh? Patience. Let's see if we can find patience. That boy went straight to etymology. I'm talking about. Now go to the Abari word, what they got for patience. How many people have a hard time with patience? Sometimes. That's right. Who have a hard time with patience? Akub Lancaster, how you have a hard time with patience? Oh, shoot. God, dog, boy. Well, you about to be WWE when you get home. Oh, man. What's something you had a hard time with patience? Yeah, you. Huh? She wants stuff done now. Like J.G. Whitworth in Miami. It's my money and I need it now. Call J.G. Whitworth, 877 cash now. That's good marketing because y'all remember that, right? So whenever y'all get in a situation, it's like, man, just call J.G. Whitworth, man. Who else got a problem with patience? Chanel, you got a problem with patience? Chanel, your outfit is gonna go good with something about a month. You're gonna like it. Yeah, you gotta wait on it though. You gotta have patience. Patience. Who else got a problem with patience? Uh-oh. Dwayne, what's your problem? Oh, holding out. Oh, you got another problem, bro. Whoa. Whoa, brother. You are the problem with your problem. Hey, I can't help you on that, brother. He said, I got a problem with holding out. That's the word, brother. You got a problem with it. That man said, man, I got a problem with it. Brittany, what about you? Your kids. Ooh. Well, you got angry man right there. You see how he looked at me? Situate. Oh, man, a lot of people always have a different problem with patience, right? Because we feel that we should have things and we should have things when we want it, right? Or we feel that we should have things when we need it. And sometimes we don't like to, sometimes it hurts when certain people get things before us. How many people felt like that? Like, dang, why did you get that before me? Like, what am I doing wrong? Right? And sometimes that makes it hard. Not makes it hard, but you kind of question what you're doing. And then what ends up happening, you know what you do? Huh? No, you don't give up. You actually start doing what they did. Because you figure if I do what they did, what's going to happen? I should get that result. But you got to realize you're not that person. Right? Because you start doing what they did, and then you start to realize, well, dang, I can't do all what they did to get what they did. So therefore, do I really want it, or was that for me at the time? A lot of things that people had got before me, always looking and say, well, man, let me see how I can work to get that certain thing. On the timing of Mr. Yahuwah. Because you could get things before your time and you're not even prepared for it. You can get $1 million house, but you don't even have the money to maintain it. Then what you gonna do? You're gonna lose it. You're gonna get your dream car, as they call it, and you can't even afford an oil change. And what you gonna do? You're gonna lose it. So a lot of things, what you think you want, you really can't afford it at that time, not only with money, but you can't even afford the emotional part of it. Because you know what happened, you know how emotionally draining that is to try to keep up with a house that you can't afford? Listen, I'm about to send this junk back. One wife, she going house hunting. They not for no houses that cost $600,000. It'd be like $7 million, $4 million, 3-point-something million. Man, I roll over, she say, babe, look at this house. I look at it, I roll right back over. And listen, she's like, you be preaching, I'm putting it out in the atmosphere. She said, I'm putting it out there. I said, roll right back over. Man, $7 million? God, dog. To get a house that if you net $7 million, you need to be grossing like $70 million. Because the rule of thumb is you're gonna net 10% of whatever you gross. So if you want to make $1 million, you need to be grossing $10 million to have $1 million in the bank because expenses of different things like that. So if you want to have $10,000 in your bank account, when it's over, you should be grossing $100,000. So I don't never want to turn this sermon into economic class. But you have to, at the end of the day, you got to always realize, what do you want out of life? What do you want out of it? A lot of us, we don't even write our goals down. How many people write their goals down? Write it down. When the last time you wrote it down, Val? In February. You had a yearly goal or just a yearly goal? Are you accomplishing that goal? You passed it. Give it up. Give it up. She passed her goal, because you know what probably happened? She probably started achieving little successes, saying, look, I have accomplished this. She said she passed her goal. That's what I'm talking about. Who else wrote their goal down? Now they don't want to raise their hand because they're like, man, that's tight. Man, nobody ain't raised their hand. They're like, dang, we done got in the caboodle over here. I raised my hand, boy, it's going to be Rasa. They going to ask me, what am I doing wrong? Who else wrote their goal down? No, Winston, go ahead, because Winston looking like, dang, I didn't want to raise my hand. Winston, you wrote your goal down? Huh? Are you achieving or on the way to achieve it? You are. You're on the way. All right, how close? A month, 2 months? Woo! Y'all give it up for Winston. There we go. There it is. That's what happens a lot of times. We got to write things down, all right? When we write things down, a lot of times we don't write things down, but we just pick up our phone and we text. Sometimes you got to put that pen on the paper. Once you put that pen on the paper, I don't know what it is, but that's what it was about with the Torah. It always had to write these things, and when he said write it upon your log, when you write these things, you start saying these things, those things start to come up, because you keep them frontless before your eyes, and you say, this is what I have to do. So, let's look at something. Let's look at the book of Bereshit. Bereshit. And it stands for what?
In the beginning.
I think that's what it is. Rosh. Sheet. In the height of existence. Tim, look at that last part. Let's make sure I'm right. Because, you know, we got them Jewish scholars be checking in on me. Chester, why did you laugh? Huh?
When we turn on the Falal, I see I would read inscriptions across his back, man. It still be off, man.
Oh, man. Who was that? I'll bring scripture. Wow, that's tight. The book of chapter, That's true. Woo! Shabbat later, y'all. Yeah. Oh, man. The book of Bereshit, chapter 4, at verse 1. Oh, man. This is tight, man. I'll hob y'all. This is the book of chapter. This is the book of Bereshit, chapter 4, at verse 1. Listen to the Sefer.
And Adam knew Kaur is Ishar,
Yep.
and she conceived, and bare Cain, and said,
And she bare Qayin.
Cain.
Y'all
And
know what
said,
Qayin mean? Y'all know what Qayin mean? We ain't never go with that. Dang. That jump mean quick, like bow, boom. If I hit you real quick, here, bow, Qayin. I don't know, let's look it up. I think that's what it means. A lance, through the idea of piercing and a will, a such form of childbirth. Go down to the root word. Let's see what the root says. There you go, a lance. You see that? What it say? A striking fast. Cain! Cain! Cool. Y'all see what it means? A striking fast. Right? You know who he struck fast, right? His op. Quick, boom. He was just talking to him. Bow, get out. I don't know where that came from, but I want y'all to be educated on what his name means. All right, go back. A spear, you see that? A spear. Let's look up 6969. This goes to strike a musical note, a chant or wail. Dang, at a funeral. Dang, that's tight. Because he had a funeral actually right there. Right there, that's tight. Let's go back to read what it says. And she said,
I have gotten a Ish from Yahuwah.
yep.
And she again bare his Ak, a ball, and a ball was a keeper of sheep. But Cain was a tiller of the Adamah.
That's right.
And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the pari of the Adamah an offering unto Yahuwah.
Yes.
And a ball he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof.
Yes.
And Yahuwah had respect unto a ball and to his offering.
He had respect, he had regard, he had Yashi. Let's look up Yashi or Yasha, where it stands for respect or to regard. Survey says. Goodness. Pastor Dexter, you got it, Dexter? Ooh. Dexter said, man, Dwight, you better hurry up, boy. At my church, I'm sorry. 81:59. Is that it? Is that it? First of all, no. Let's find it first. Let me make sure it's right. Oh, you might be right. Okay. To gaze or about to look for help, to inspect, to consider. Depart. Is that what it says right there, Tim? Damn. Dexter. Man, you gotta get off that Church of the Latter-day Saints Bible, man. Y'all remember Church of the Latter-day Saints? You gotta get off that version, man. That just ain't working. Y'all see what I say? Yes, entity. Use a verbally as a cupola for substantive verb. There is, or are, perhaps. Ooh, we got to go down. Go down, go down, go down. Oh, that's it. There he shall have substance. Ooh, we got to look that up a little further. Let's go ahead and go back. Read to respect. He had a respect or regard for a ball and for his offering at verse 5.
But unto Cain
Yep,
and to his offering he had not respect.
that's right.
And Cain was very wroth.
Yep.
And his countenance fell.
That's what happens sometimes when we present things and those things are not accepted. What we do, we get angry. Because why it's not what I have acceptable to the person I'm presenting it to, right? I began to get jealous. I began to get angry. My patience began to run thin because why? Again, I'm being passed over, right? How many times you always feel you always passed over? People. Anybody feel like they passed over? Right? They're passed over, like, why not me? And so this is a situation that happened. This is actually one of the first arguments that happened between Aki, right? First situations. Both of them had an offering to bring, and both of them had an opportunity to present, but only one of them he had respect for, or regard for, or get attention for. Therefore, once the one person got the attention, the other person began to be jealous, right? Jealousy. So when you want to see the history of hating, this is the history of hating right here. Right? This is the first player hit his ball right here. Right here.
Yeah.
All right? His countenance fell. He was angry. And then what happened?
And Yahuwah said unto Cain,
Yep.
Why art thou wroth?
Why are you mad? Uh-huh.
And why is thy countenance fallen?
Yes?
If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted?
If you continue to do what you're doing and it's right, shall you not be accepted? All it's saying is you got to continue to do what you're doing. You may not got your reward, your gamal right now, but if you continue to stay steadfast in what you're doing, your reward shall come. Mm-hmm. That's why I had to look at it. I said, well, man, this ain't my season. I'm like, well, God, dog. Not God, the God dog. I was like, not God dog, but God dog. I'm like, when is my season? Mm-hmm. When is my season? Everybody having these seasons, when is my season? Am I even a live tree, or whatever you call it? Because sometimes you start questioning yourself. It's like, okay, like, all right now, y'all, I done been here now. Mm-hmm. I done gave it up all. When this stuff gonna start coming around? But you gotta continue. You gotta have the noon. You gotta be continuing what you're doing. That's right. It's not a time limit on it, right? You gotta be continuing. We messed up, Tim? What we messed up at? Hell no. Oh, shoot. Jesus Christ of the Church of the Latter-day Saints. Dang, Justin was right. So he was right. Good job, Pastor. Look at Justin, so proud. At first, he was pulling out of your congregation. Woo. All right, there go right there. Go back. It was there. You see what it says to have regard or to have what? Respect, spare, a turn, to gaze about, to gaze at or about, or to look for help. Actually, what it could have meant was That's what Mr. Yahuwah needed at that time. Right? So when you think about it, when Yahuwah needs something, he's going to need that at that particular time. But if you continue to work, because our ball kept what? He kept sheep. Cain, what did he do? He was a tiller of the ground. So being a tiller of the ground, we will still need Qayin, because that's one reason that we know when Pesach need to come up. Because we have green ears, a bead, right? So therefore, ain't that right, Justin? So at that point in time, it's all about what he may need at that time. That's why you got to keep working. That's why you got to keep grinding, because it may not be the season of that is what he needed at that particular time. Continue reading.
And if thou doest well, Qatar lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire.
Hold on. It said, if you do well, what?
And if thou doest well, Qatar lieth at the door,
Uh-huh.
and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him.
Yep. It says right here, if you do well, is there not acceptance? And if you do not well, Qatar is crouching at your door, and its desire is for you, but you must what? Master it. Crouching, what crouches? Y'all know, a lion. So you know when you commit Qatar, something is there crouching, ready to devour you, right? And its desire is to kill you. But in order for you not to be killed, what needs to happen? You got to master your situation. You got to master your angers. You got to master your ops. Good job, Austin. You got to master those things. Because if you don't master those things will overcome you, and guess what? You will succumb to it, and then sin's going to lie at your door, and you're going to end up in Qatar. You got to master it, right? Let's look up that word master. Speaking of mastering, goodness. Sarah, you know your name? You know what your name means? Wow, that's tight. Sarah is actually one of the root words of Yashraal. That rule as Elohim, that's what it stands for, rule. Dang, they looking at me like, boss, who is you? Are you etymology? Well, let's look it up. Let's look it up, master. That's what it says right there, master. Huh? Mashal. Y'all see that? Mashal, to rule. To rule. You have to rule over your situation. You have to rule over your emotions. If you can't rule over your own emotions, you're like a city without walls. Anything's gonna sway you. The op gonna know where to come in and attack you at any time, and you gonna succumb to it. Right? Let's look up Yashraal. What it says, he shall rule as Elohim. Let's look up what that is. Austin, you got that, right? There it is, man. That's all I was thinking about. I said, I got to get the man the money. I'm going to be a liar in the midst of the... Let's look it up. Because our goal is to perfect every walk of our life that we can at all times. That's our goal. All right? Y'all see that? They say Yashraal. He will rule as Elohim. Right? Let's look at the root word. Y'all see that? Sarah, to prevail. To prevail or to overcome. Y'all got that? To prevail or overcome. That's what it means. All right? To prevail or overcome. That's what you have to do over your situations. That's exactly what you have to do. Go back to Bereshit. And you must master it. You must rule over your situation. You must rule over it. At verse 8.
And Cain talked with the ball, his ox.
So before the situation happened, was he not warned of Elohim? He was warned. This what Elohim told him before he went into the situation. That's why you failed. You said I was never warned. Those things was told. Go back and read it again. One more time. This whole sentence right here, this whole verse was instructions on what you need to do if you want to be successful. Read it one more time.
If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted?
There you go.
And if thou doest not well,
Yep.
Qatar lieth at the door.
Yep.
And and unto thee shall be his desire,
And his desire is for you.
and thou shalt mashal over him.
That's right. You must master it. He's telling you what you got to do. Now you got the instructions for you got in the game. Now let's go to verse 8. Let's get in the game and let's see that he fulfill the game plan. This is verse 8.
And Cain talked with the ball his ox.
Yep.
And it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain come up against the ball,
And what?
his ox, and slew him.
He slew him. He slew him right there. Boom, quick, boom, gone. I'm sorry, man, that's my name. I don't know why he did it, right? But I already knew his countenance fell and the anger started to build up. And we see what ended up happening. He slew his Aki, right? And then what happened?
And Yahuwah said unto Cain,
What did he say?
where is a ball thy ox?
Because y'all know what happened, right? You know what happened when we commit Qatar? What things happen? Fear, and then hide, right? Fear, and then hide. Because he asked him, Cain, where is Abal da Aki? And he said what?
I know not.
I don't know. And what did he say?
Am I my ox keeper?
He said, I'm my brother's keeper. Am I supposed to be responsible for him? Right? And the answer should be what? Yes, you should be responsible for him. Just think about it, what it says right there. He says, am I my brother's keeper? What we have learned about that? Shamar. Because you're supposed to do what? You're supposed to guard and what? Protect it. That's what an Aki is supposed to do. Guard and protect it. We already know what when we say Aki, right? We'll have that, and then we got the cough, right? We got the olive. Olive stands for what? The strength. Then you got the what? The cough. Or what they say, the kamal. Look up wall, Tim, for my Jewish scholars again. You type in wall, it should come up. You should be protecting it. That's what an Aki is. Aki is a strong what? Wall. A defense. Something should be guarded. That's what it is. It's a strong wall. So when somebody asks you, am I supposed to be my brother's keeper? Yes. Yes, because that's what you're supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be protecting you. Why are we fighting amongst each other? Why are we fighting amongst each other when we're supposed to be building ourselves up for the op? How did you become our op and we was born from the same womb? Not that you my sister, you my mama's sister, son. Nah, you my brother, same womb. Matter of fact, we was the first ones to ever come out any womb together. Yet and still, what happens? You became my op. All because of what you offer and all because of what I offer. I ain't steal no money from you. Somebody just gave more kabul over something that you had over me, and I started to hate you for it. That's what happened with patience, right? When we don't want to wait for stuff, we see other people getting it, you start to do what they do, or you start to hate on what they do. Right? When you start hating on what they do, I got to kill you fast as I can, because if I kill you and get you out of the way, maybe it's my turn up. But you know what? Qatar crouches at your door. And you didn't master that situation because you don't want to wait. All because you don't want to wait. Because people keep jumping in front of you getting things. Boom, 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 boom. But when you wait and you get it when it's your time, you're going to know how to handle it and master it better. Because you're going to know what things to do to get it. One thing about getting things, if you really got it as yours, you can lose it and get it back because you know how to get it back. But if somebody give it to you, guess what? You don't even know how to go get it. Because it was given to you, you didn't earn it. That's the difference, you didn't earn it. Ehud, he got everything, guess what he did? He got it back. Because all I have to do is stay persistent and do what I did before. Maintain my ways and not curse Elohim. He gonna give it back to me because I done did it before. That's the problem. Our problem is we want things given to us and you don't want to earn it because when you lose it, you ain't gonna know how to get it back. And you ain't gonna know how to teach somebody else behind you how to get it. Y'all feel what I'm saying? That's what happens with rich people that inherit a lot of money. They tend to lose it because they don't even know how to maintain it. They blow it. That's why parents put things in the trust. Because they feel their kid can't handle it, and what they gonna do? They gonna give it to them by spurts. Right? By spurts. Y'all see that? The Kaf Kamah, a wall of protection. A wall. That's what should happen. Are you my brother's keeper? Yes, you are supposed to be my brother's keeper. Right? Not only that, the book of Aleph Yahukanan, chapter 3 at verse 10. Aleph Yahukanan 3 at verse 10. Because we got to understand our whole goal and purpose in life. Our whole purpose in life is to be saved and to be with him. Don't get caught up on this worldly stuff because you're going to be trying to get something that's going to wither away anyway. Right? Money going to come, but money going to go. Things going to come. The things that you have, somebody had it before you. Rarely the things that you have, you got it. We was the first one. The car that you drove, you wasn't the first one to put a mile on it. Somebody else did it, right? Then you got it. The house that you stay in, this is brand new. Well, let's see. I ain't got that testimony. Austin, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. I'm jealous. I couldn't have used that. The house is built. He's the first one ever laid in it. That's what I'm talking about. I remember Austin. I remember. That made my point. I wanted a house so bad when I moved to Atlanta. I was willing to get anything, right? I was willing to get anything. And they told me the qualifications I needed to get a house. They said, you go get me 2 check stubs on your job, you gonna get this house. So I went in all in one, making $8, $9 an hour, waiting for 2 check stubs and go get the house. I said, here go the 2 check stubs, right? And I went into the leasing office, and they said, okay, you gonna get your house. They said, you got a down payment? Yeah, I got a down payment. I had to put like $2,000 down on the house. And they started building the house. It was right around the corner from the same house where that 1 bedroom that I stayed in when that dog was barking outside. It was right around the corner for that. I used to walk out the house, just walk around my house that they was building and look at it. I was standing in that house. But you remember the house? Right around the corner. She was like, yeah, that's the house, we're gonna stay in the house. We never even moved in that house. The house was a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. 2-bedroom, 2 bath. It was something like that. I got 6 kids now. Right? What I wanted, it wasn't even for me. But at that time, I was like, I ain't living right. Why I'm not getting what I want? Bro, what I got for you, this house can't even contain it. Mm-hmm. But I wanted the house so bad. Then I felt like a failure because I didn't move into the house. Bro, 6 kids. Man, listen, I would have been in that house, man, mad as HE double hockey sticks. Looking around like, why y'all keep having to come? Back to back, back to back, back to back. Then I would have had to end up doing what? Selling the house. Mm-hmm. Because you thinking that you want something, that's not for you. That's not going to hold what he needs you to have. And that's what I learned about it. Just in that situation, I just thought about that. And I was gonna get the house. I ride by that house cause I go drop her mom off somewhere around the corner to the house. And I ride by the house. I said, that little blanket house. And I keep driving. But I set my mind towards something that it wasn't supposed to be mine. I said, that was my house. They got cars all in the yard. I said, look at this. See, Yahuwah cursed them. I mean, but you just see, like, the things you want now, those are small goals. It's small. It's small. So sometimes the things that you're supposed to have, that you think you're supposed to have, all you got to do is be patient and wait. But this is Yuchanan chapter, I love Yuchanan 3 and 10. Listen to this first.
In this, the Banim of Elohim are manifest,
Yep.
and the Banim of Satan.
Yep.
Whosoever doth not Sadiq is not of Elohim,
It's not about Elohim.
neither he that Ahab not his Aki.
Yep. You see that? If you don't have your Aki, you're not even of Elohim or Yahuwah. Why? Because you're on the other side of the wall.
Yes, sir.
You are up. How are you saying you are Ahab your Aki, but yet you bow in the bottom? You are up. That man is becoming your up. I always talk about one of my favorite, Jared, I have to dive over into the Animal Planet facts right quick, all right? All right? And I care what people say, but I really don't care what people say at this moment in time. All right? It's kind of what Dwayne said, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm tired of holding out. Is he saying I'm tired of the word or he tired of holding out? I don't know. Brother, you got to follow the Bible. But this, it's not an animal fact, but it's a quote that somebody put up. It talks about the wolf. It said, if you are behind him, it will protect you. If you are beside it, it will respect you. If you are in front of it, it will devour you. Because the wolves, they get vicious. Y'all see what the book say about the wolf? You see what it say about the wolf, right? And I look at it and I say, well, man, that's a good point, because anybody that's behind you, you should be trying to protect it. If they working with you side by side, you should be trying to respect them. How do we know that? Working side by side, and we talking about walls. If they fortify themselves, if they can enter the Yum, Nakum Yah, there we go. They couldn't think of his name. Everybody like, dang, it's one of them. But at the same time, what did they do? They was working for what? For a goal. Right? They was building together. If you blow and you need help, what am I doing? I'm running down there and I'm helping you. If you need help over here, what happened? I'm running down there and help you. Because we're working for the same goal, the same purpose. We're trying to build a wall so all of us could be what? Inside of it. We ain't building a wall where I'm going to be outside and you're going to be inside. We working together. That's what it's about. So how you say you're going to dwell with him and you can't even work together? That's why the book reads what it reads. Whoever does not Sadiq is not of Elohim. So anyone who does not Ahab is Aki. And what else it says? Dang, Chris looked at me like, what? Chris said, you can read, brother. Chris, I say, what else did I say? Chris said, I said, I almost grabbed something and started reading.
For this is the message
Uh-huh.
that ye heard from Rashi,
What happened?
that ye should Ahab one another.
We should Ahab one another. That's what all it should be. We should Ahab one another. We should be protecting everybody's interests. Period. I'm going to build and help you get what you got to get. Because when you think about it, when we inherited our land, that's what we had to do first. You know who was the last tribe to inherit? Huh? It was the last tribe to inherit was who? Huh? Tim, listen, I don't even know the fact right now. So if you throw out the right answer right now, you caught me off guard, you threw me off. Right? I thought it was Yehuda. No, he was the first. We're going to look that up. Y'all do your homework.
It's not the first. I think it was Dan.
You throw. I'm trying. I'm trying to remember the tribe. He threw me out. First, when he said Benjamin, I was like, yeah, that's it. But when he threw Dan in there, when he threw a name that, I'm like, oh, he threw me off. Huh? What's the last one? Man, listen, guys, don't worry about it, guys. We got Jewish scholars watching us, and we can't, the guy don't even know who last tried to inherit. But let me get to my point of what I was trying to make, right? When they started to inherit, they said, I have to go fight, and I'll help you get your land and your plot. Once you get yours, then I'm going to get mine, right? I'm going to help you build and get yours, right? I'm not going to hate on you because it's your time to get yours because I want that. No, let me just help you get what you got to get. Let me help you build on your feet, and guess what? And we're going to keep building. Because when everybody get their land, everybody get their plot, guess what? We all going to rest. And if you still need some help, when you cry, what I'm going to do? I'm going to come right and help you. Because if we build it together, I'll go back and say, you know what, y'all? This is where we messed up at. Because if you go back and build a wall, you got to have somebody that know how to build. If you're going to revive the heat out of the rubbish, what they had to do, they had to know how the wall looked before it got torn down. Why? Because they built it. That's what we got to do. That's why I don't worry about being selfish. I'm going to help you build. Because when I need you, you need to be calling. So when I do stuff with people sometimes, I don't even want no money. All they just say, brother, I'm going to be calling you for a favor later on. That's all I'm asking. Right? Well, let me just pay you. I said, nah, because I don't even know what I want. Money is not what I need right now. Sometimes you need people help more than you need their money. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you need people comfort more than you need their money. Because people pay you off and say, man, just get on my face. But sometimes you want, brother, just sit down and talk to me. At the end of the day. And that's how you got to go about and deal with certain situations. Don't let somebody get something before you hinder the fact on how you need to treat them, how you need to operate with that person. That was written from the beginning. For this is the message, which you have heard from the beginning, from Bereshit, that we shall harm one another. At verse 12.
Not as Cain.
Why does it go right back to Cain? That was the first one. The first player hater. How do we all back in the New Testament, and guess what we go back to? The same situation. Now, in Bereshit, did it talk anything about Ahab? It didn't say nothing about Ahab, but it's telling us right now, if you're Ahab, you're key, you're going to help him. Right. You're not going to hate on him. You're not going to get in a situation where Qatar going to be crouching at your door. You're not going to be in a situation where you can't master your emotions so much that you want to kill somebody. Right. You don't have to physically kill somebody. You can kill them in word and in deed. You can shun them. You can do what you got to do. You ain't got to physically kill. You do it just in your actions. I don't know why I'm talking about this today. I don't know who's going through this situation, but all I know, this is not a behavior of those that are becoming. And I'm not talking about Michelle Obama book. Lisa, all right, that's a good ball. But that's the title of her book, Becoming. But if we are trying to be that person, we are trying to be this people, that's how we should be together. Right? It went right back to Cain. Not as Cain, who was what?
Who was of that Rasha one.
And what?
And slew his Aki.
Uh-huh.
And wherefore slew he him.
Why and what? Why did he slay his Aki?
Because his own works were Rasha.
His own works was Rasha.
And his Aki Sadiq.
He doing things just to be what? Men pleaser. Sometimes people don't even want it because they need it. They just want it because they can get the glory out of it. That's why I always ask people, what do you want? Just tell me, I want to be famous. Stop beating around the bush and say, I just want somebody to help me. No, you just want to get the next somebody famous and take a picture.
Right.
I can make that happen. Let's stop beating around the bush, though. Right? If you really want to do a deed, let's get to what you want. Because if you don't get to what you want, you're going to kill me for what you want, if that makes sense. You're going to get me out the way because you ain't getting what you want. That's why I tell you, I was like, man, what you want? You know, like sometimes, you know, when I be at the car lot, I be talking to people, I say, you know, what you trying to do? Hey, man, that's my raw, man. You know, I talk to people, what you trying to do? What you trying to do? You know, what you trying to do? What you trying to get to the point? What you trying to do? That's my raw, man, you know. That's my raw, man. It doesn't matter. When it comes to a car sale, he gonna put you on, hold on, bro. Hey, Bryce, Austin, get the keys. Somebody else trying to look for a truck, get the keys. Oh, these kids don't move too fast. The Bryce still going off his Mercedes, Daryl. Daryl told Bryce, don't just go out to everybody go try to get out the car. They ain't even got no money, man. Just let them keep going. Let them get out there. But just like, you know, like the preacher always say at the car lot, he say, what you trying to do? Because at the end of the day, either he's going to help the person and see what they're trying to do, or anybody that's trying to get something, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to get out of life? Why do you create a business? Do you create a business to make money, or you want the fame, or you just want to say, I got a business? Some people just in business say, I got a business. They don't know what's going on. They don't know. I mean, listen, I got a business, bro. What you do? I got a business. Is your business making money? Are you supposed to be making money? I thought we just supposed, you know, I got a business. Preachers say we need to be self-sufficient. They calling our stuff. We supposed to be self-sufficient. We supposed to be getting out and doing our own. You doing your own stuff and you beating it out. You don't know what's going on. Mm-hmm. EIN, we ain't supposed to be part of no gangs. That's an employee identification number. But these are certain things that you learn. When you getting in business, you gotta have a reason why you're trying to do it, right? I'm in the business of trying to save my Yeshua, my Qayin. At the end of the day, that's what I'm trying to do. Anything that aligns with that, I'm with it. Okay, let's do this. At the same time, I gotta eat out here. But I always gotta have a heart for my key and aku, period. Now when you call, say, what you need? What's going on? What you trying to do? All right? Yeah, I'm just trying to see, you know, I'm trying to get like you, man. I'm trying to say, no, you don't. You don't want to come in my room or my problem, because my problem is different than yours. Mm-hmm. Do you want what I want, or you just want to be successful? Mm-hmm. Right? Because there's different problems that I got to deal with. Different mindsets, different waking up, sacrificing sleep. If you on that last leg of sleep, sometimes I got to get my behind up. Because somebody is doing something different on the other side of the world that's trying to be successful. What are you doing? The Nabi, what they did, they got them at B time. Mm-hmm. I always want to look up what B time was. Hey, let's look up B time. All I know is, what you said, Jay? But he said afternoon, boy, that's what I'm talking about, boy. B time, boy, we all be dead. That's what it's about sometimes. But it's just a simple fact of just the Ahab and care for one another. If you had that, it wouldn't be a situation where we need to slay our key. God, dog, that thing says Shakar at dawn. Be early at any task. That's tight right there. God, dog. That say be early at any task. So you know what that means? Whatever you set a goal out to do, you need to be early at it. Because when you're early at it, you show that I'm ready. I'm right here. Mm-hmm. I'm right here. If you're the second person at that task, you're not going to be successful. You probably are completed, but you ain't going to be the best at it. Mm. Every time you see good athletes, they always say, you know what, they're the first one in the locker room, and they're what? They're the last person to leave. So it seems like that's the pattern of somebody that's trying to be great. I didn't know it was going to say this. Be early at any task. To be early is to be what, Austin? And to be on time is to be late. And to be late is unacceptable. So I try to keep that mindset, I try to get in my mind to have a habit of doing that. If you make a habit of doing it, then you're going to make a lifestyle out of doing it, right? So when I see things I want, if anything, if you don't know how to do it, you know what you need to do? Just be up early. Just be, not up early, it say be early at what? Any task. With the implication of what? Earnestness. Let's Google earnestness. That's tight right there. Because we say we want to be successful and being saved. We say being Yeshua, we say we want things to happen. But then look at your behavior. Look at your character. Look how you treat it. It's not in your lifestyle. So stop fooling yourself if it's not in your lifestyle. If you don't want to live it, stop asking for it. I want this, I want this, I want this. What you doing? Not doing this, not doing this, not doing this. Well, I need somebody to teach me. Are you looking? ASK. Are you asking for it? Are you seeking it? Are you knocking on the doors of those people that can have it and get it for you? You're not even doing that. You ain't trying to be successful. Right? The Most High Yahushua, he's trying to yasha us, save us, because he say, I stand at the door, the dollar, and what? Knock. If any man open, I will come in a bowl. So he trying to get in. You don't even want to let him in. Because you ain't even up to be able to receive it. Earnestness, sincere and intense conviction. He tells his story with intense earnestness. Let's go to the second definition. Earnest. Go to etymology. Because earnest should be something like putting in a kind of like a deposit in something to, let's see, kind of greatness. Go up. You see what it is? A thing intended or regarded as a sign or of what is. That means I'm getting in front of it because I'm saying if I do this, I know what's intended that's going to come for me. I have an earnestness about the situation, right? I'm going to be early at it because I have an earnest on what I want, right? The East that was sitting at the pool of Shalom, where he was there. He was early, he was there, but guess what? He wasn't capable of getting in. Just because he was there and people always what? Beat him, did he leave?
No.
Huh?
No, sir.
Did he leave?
No, sir.
Right? And if you keep reading, you know the reason why he was in that situation. Y'all know the whole story of that? What it was, Jahid? It was Qatar. What did it say, Jahid? He was in a worse situation. So you got to think, people are always in the situation they're in for a reason now. But at the same time, he was there to be healed, right? He didn't say, you know what, man, bump this. Everybody keep jumping in before me. I'm gone, right? But he was earnest. He was there. Because as soon as the water, the Ma'in was troubled, what has to happen? The first person that what? Get in was what? Come on, man. The second person. The third person. The fourth person that got off late that's trying to make it. It was the first person. So that's the mindset I'd be having. I said, man, let me just beat him. Let me beat the first person here. You know what I'm saying? Bryce could tell you that. When Bryce wanted them Jordans, that boy would stay up all night. He said, yeah, I'm just going to get scored, stay, just give me a 10 or something, sleep by the door. I said, for some shoes? Yeah, just be there, I said, some shoes? I said, Bryce, how about you create a business, right? You need to create a business that you stand in lines for everybody, right? You stand in lines to get Jordans. They pay you a percentage. You go to the driver license place, you stand in line. It's called a line stander, right? You go to the tag office, you stand in line. And then when they come, you just in exchange, right? I try to create a business for anything. I said, I'm gonna be a line stander. I was leaving the airport today. I said, you know what I need to do? I need to make a car wash at the airport. It's a park and ride car wash. So therefore, I take you and drop you off at the airport. You're gonna be late, but guess what? I'm gonna get you there. I'm gonna take your car and wash it. I'm gonna charge you for washing your car and parking it, and I'm gonna come get you. I thought about that today. I be trying to think of anything. Baby, I'm not going to create that other business. I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, it's all about being earnest, being early at what you want to do. When you want something, you're going to make sure that you're there on time. Period. But most of all with the Ahab. Go ahead, Chris. That's my cue. My man Austin done stood up and started spraying. What does it read at verse 12?
Not as Cain, who was of the Rasha one, and slew his Aki.
Yes.
And wherefore slew he him? Because his own works were Rasha, and his Ak, Sadiq.
That's right. Verse 13.
Marvel not, my Akim,
What?
if the Alam hate you.
Yep.
We know that we have passed from Mut unto Kai,
When?
because we Ahab the Akim.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that? If you do it not well, Qatar will lie at your door, and guess what? He will devour you. Because you can't master it. You know you pass from Mut to Qayin when you just Ahab, your Aki.
Yes, sir. That's right.
That's when you know you changing, you
That's
elevating.
right.
Because I'm not afraid of what my Aki get.
Right.
I'm not afraid of what my Aku get. I'm gonna help you build, and guess what? Hopefully you're gonna help me build.
That's right.
This is a heart we have for one another. We're gonna keep growing together.
That's right.
That's what belief really means. Belief really means just standing on something and continue to build. Because I believe in you, guess what happened? I'm gonna keep standing on something, and we're gonna keep growing. That's what about Mr. Yahuwah. The reason I believe in him, because I believe in what he offers, and I should stand on, and I can build upon that. If I don't believe in what you say, it's gonna be hard for me to do what you ask me to do. If I don't believe that you're really gonna save me or be with me in certain situations, it's gonna be hard for me to stand on what you're asking me to do. We know that when we have passed out of Mut into life, because we are Ahab thy key. He who does not Ahab abides in Mut. I mean, you staying there. You stay around dead people. Right? At verse 15.
Whosoever hateth his Aki
Is
a murderer.
Why? Because Cain murdered his Aki. How you associate hate with murder? That's not fair. Yes, it is. Because that's the first situation. That's what's going to happen. It's going to come right back to murder. I want to get you to the worst penalty possible so that you understand how important Ahab is for one another. Period. Ahab is so important that you can't even make an offering if you kata somebody in here.
Come on.
Because the book say you need to go get that straight with your who?
Ak.
Your Ak first, then bring.
Sacrifice.
If you can't get that straight, don't bring me nothing.
That's right.
I can't accept nothing from you. You are a murderer.
That's right.
You trying to palau, you trying to get things. You are a murderer. At the end of the day, that's about taking care of your spouse. It teaches the man that you got to take care of your spouse, or what's going to happen? Your palau is going to be hindered. If you don't take care of your spouse, it states your palau will be hindered. That means I'm not even going to hear you.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because that's why you got to have the bar in line, because you got to know how to operate. But dealing with the bar, it's saying if you hate your Aki, man, go deal with that first, then come off of what you got, because I can't even accept it. I can't even accept it. You abiding in death. You a murderer. That's tight. Everyone hating his Aki is a murderer. And you know that every murderer has no eternal Qayin abiding in him. But Chris, how does it read?
Whosoever hateth his Aki is a murderer.
Uh-huh.
And ye know that no murderer hath eternal Alam Kai abiding in him.
Verse 16.
Hereby perceive we the Ahab of Elohim.
Wow.
Because he laid down his Kai for us.
Uh-huh.
And we ought to lay down our Kai for the Akim.
That's what it's about. Let me lay down my pride. Let me lay down what I want just for you. Let me get out my way. Let me get out your way and help you so you can get what you got to do. They're not asking you to die. It's just asking you to lay down your situation to help somebody else. That's what he did. He moved for us just to help us. He could have stayed here and what? Still been here, but he said, you know what? Let me lay down what I got to do so I can help y'all later on in Qayin. Why we can't lay down? Why we can't put down? Why we can't help? Why we can't do this? Because we lack patience. We lack waiting. We lack other people receiving things instead of me. Right? I just kept grinding. I keep grinding. Coach don't like me making plays. I'm just gonna wait it out. Dang, I don't understand. I ain't gonna try to hurt the man, but we on the same team. Why am I hurt somebody just getting a better position to play, but we on the same team and the whole goal is supposed to be to win? That's crazy. Is the whole goal to win, or is the whole goal to me to shine and be the one that's getting my name called in the stadium? It's about to win. You will go far in life if you don't mind who get the credit. That's how I believe. You'll go far in life if you don't mind who get the credit. That's how I don't mind being number 2 or number 3. Because when we win, guess what? Everybody gonna win together.
That's right.
I'm sitting back, I'm shining too. I don't care, boy. You gonna make them millions. I always tell people you want to be a billionaire, you want to be a millionaire, go hang around a billionaire. Because something gonna trickle down. Mm-hmm. If you want to be saved, you got to go hang with somebody eating some food. Because he say, yeah, Don. But if a crumb fall on, guess what? I'm going to get it.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. The dog ain't hanging around nobody ain't eating no big bread.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all. Don't tell me the dog's smarter than y'all.
That's tight.
How you going to hang around somebody that ain't got nothing and you trying to get something? It ain't going to work. If you hang around somebody that ain't got SHIT, you probably gonna get SHIT as well. Mm-hmm. Right? And I don't even know what that spelled. I spelled the backwards one day and Alex couldn't do it. I said, well, that's good, son. You know what you're doing. He still like, I don't know, he was like, T. I said, yeah, you're right, yep. At the end of the day, they was around somebody that's eating. He said, yeah, all I just need is a little something. If I take this little something, I'm still gonna be good. That's the mindset we gotta have. That's the mindset it should be. Right? We know that we know Ahab this, and that he laid down his Qayin for us. And also we ought to lay down our lives for our king. Verse 17.
But whoso hath this alarm tube, and seeth his Aki have need, and shutteth up his bowels of compassion from him, how dwelleth the Ahab Elohim in him?
That's tight. Hey, how am I have the Lacombe, right? And I see that she need it, and I don't give it to her, but yet I harp her. It don't work like that. If I got it and I see that you need it, I'm gonna show that I harp by saying, you know what? There you go. Mm-hmm. Why? Because I'm just gonna cut back on my meal, just to give. We know that about the woman with the meal. Look, I'm going to take care of the man of Elohim first, then I'm going to go back and find out. He said, if you keep giving me, guess what? Every time she reached back, she had it. Mm-hmm. She had it. What was that doing? That was sacrificing something you think you need to help somebody else. Period. And no, that's how people say, Bossa, you just give too much, you help so much, you always want to help people. Because I just feel like, man, forget it, man. Forget it. I know how to get it anyway. Because some of my tests, man, listen, I lose it, I can get it back again. Mm-hmm. That's how it is. I guess that's why me and Dave were so kind of reckless, because we just say, hey, man, we'll do it again, man. That roll, man. What you want to do? Let's go. But you start, in business, you start getting wiser in the decision-making that you make, right? And in certain situations, sometimes you got to take sacrifice just to get ahead. Right? Why am I gonna hope? Whoever have this world's goods, that means you got it all. And you see your Aki got need, and you close up your bowels, you close up what you have from him. How does the Ahab Elohim abide in you? You're a liar, you're a murderer. Because you selfish and you stingy. That's another thing. Listen, the same thing I'm reading, the same thing I'm getting, and I got to come up in my Qayin. right? This ain't talking about go and give the man who knocking on your window, because they knocking my window one time. I'm like, bro, don't knock on my window one time, man. I already got a crack right here, and every time you knock, my crack spread, and I can't go to safe like right now. You get what I'm saying? Don't knock on my window no more. We're not talking about going to give out there. We just talking about right here. Right here. That's when we all gonna grow, when we get better at that. We ain't talking about business grinding. We talking about just getting better at a hobby one another. That's easy. Period. That should be what? Minute or a very small thing. But yet it's so big because we want to be that person that get the credit, and we want to be the person that gets something first. Patience. Just waiting. Period. I remember, I never forget the day that I didn't make it to the NFL, and my friend did. All I said was, bruh, you do what you gotta do, I'm gonna meet you on the other side. And what I put in my mind is that, you know what? I'm gonna make league minimum every year. So if league minimum was $250,000, guess what my goal was to make, Chris? $250. I'm out here grinding. Cause you're gonna make that, guess what? You ain't gonna make that for 17 weeks, that still gotta stretch. But you know what I said? I'm gonna continue to make it. But I set a goal for myself. So it doesn't matter that you just failed or somebody else got. You just gotta keep grinding and be patient at what you got. Then once his time was over in the NFL, guess what's time to do? It's time to get in the workforce, and guess who know how to do the work and grinding? Me. Mm-hmm. You had a season, I got a season, but I ain't hating on one another.
Right.
You got to shine. What's the name got drafted, and Boston over at the church. Talking about he believe in somebody named Yahweh. Seriously, that's how they look at you.
Yeah.
They look at you like this person's a success and you a failure. Because they think the NFL is the whole world. Mm-hmm. The NFL is not the whole world. But I learned patience. When you wait on patience, now when the table turns, you got to say, you know what? I appreciate the stride, I appreciate the grind and the process that he took me through. Period. Verse 18.
My little Benin, let us not Ahab in Debar, neither in tongue, but in deed and in Amat.
Let's stop talking about it, let's do it.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Stop talking about it and be about it.
That's right.
Shut your mouth, I don't want to hear it, let's do it.
That's right.
This is what we doing. This how I'm finna help you. That's why I always be like, what y'all, hey, look, that's why I be like, hey, look, this the play. Because we got to do it. Let's stop talking about it. Let's do it. Let's put stuff in action. Only thing you should be talking about is a plan. Plan your work, then you got to work your plan.
That's right.
At the end of the day, you shouldn't be talking, keep talking about, all right, look, let's do, man, come on, let's jump, let's do something. Right? Do it in deed and a mock. And what else?
And hereby we know that we are of the Amat,
That.
and shall assure our lob before him.
20.
For if our lob condemn us,
What's going to happen?
Elohim is greater than our lob, and knoweth all things.
If your heart condemn you or you know what you're doing wrong, what do you think he's sitting up there doing?
Right.
You keep trying to offer sacrifices to him, and he's sitting back, you just a hypocrite. Do what you got to do. Go to that man and get that thing right. Somebody got to suffer themselves to be defrauded, or somebody just got to take the L in the situation. When you got two people that's trying to take the W, that's a recipe for disaster. Somebody got to take the L and say, you know what, you got this, or you right, whatever. Let's keep going. Let's get to the goal. Right? You had certain people that had situations. Abraham and Luke, they didn't have the tension, but who? Just their servants. Their servants were beefing. Guess what they said? Listen, so we could be good, we got to separate. That's tight. We ain't beefing, but just so, hey, we could be good, man, let's separate. But when you need me, guess what? I'm still going to be there for you. And if I need you, you need to still be there for me. 21.
Yet if our lob condemn us not, then have we confidence toward Elohim.
That's right.
And whatsoever we ask,
What's going to happen?
we receive of him.
Because
We keep his Amar and do those things that are pleasing in his own.
we are guarding those things where he tell us to guard. We're protecting the things that he tell us to protect, right? And then when we need him to protect us, it's going to happen. So whatever we had, we're going to get it. But it's just small, just having a little heart, one for another. At 23,
And this is his Amar, that we should aman on the Shem of his being, Yahushua HaMashiach,
yep.
and Ahab one another,
And Ahab one another, just as he
gave us a commandment.
gave us an order to do.
And he that keepeth his commandments dwelleth in him, and he in him. And hereby we know that he abideth in us by the Ruach which he hath given us.
Y'all see that? He that protects his mitzvah, what? Abides in what? In him. Why? Because he's going to be protecting who? Us. If I'm protecting what he gave me, he's going to protect me. And that's how we know by this that he abides well in us. He abides in us because I'm protecting him and he protecting me.
That's right.
By this, the Ruach, whom he has given us. If he giving you something, what should you be doing? Protecting it. That's the whole goal. Just protect what he give you. I always say the things we got for free, we don't take care of. Our hands, our Qayin, our feet, our eyes, we don't take care of it. The things you pay for, you cherish. Your car, you got car insurance. House insurance. Somebody throw a rock at your window, you ready to fight it. Those are things you pay for and gonna perish. But what about the things he giving you? To have those things that keep going and seeing it, your eyes. Those are things we don't even take care of. We don't even give him the kaput just for having. Just to understand that. But at the end of the day, what we gotta understand, we just gotta have a heart for one for another. And it doesn't matter who gets things first, we gotta be able to build together.
Come on.
At the end of the day.
That's right.
Don't worry about patience. Don't worry about when somebody gets something before you. Don't start hating. Don't start backbiting. Don't start doing shit like, how can I help you? Right? When you start about how can I help you, because at the end of the day, everybody dealing with certain things. Everybody's struggling with certain things. If one person can help you do something, guess what? Boom, that's fine. A lot of people say, man, I hate to ask something for people. That's why you're in the situation that you're in. Because if the book say, ask and you shall receive, and you're not even asking, stay in your situation. Man, I don't like to go and look out for nothing. Nigga, just go what you doing. Man, nigga ain't finna be knocking on no doors now. Bro, stay in your situation. I don't care. Tell me no. No, have a good day. No, I go through this whole room where everybody tell me no. But one person gonna tell me yeah. Right? And you gonna forget about all them no's. If you worry about saying no, period, there's no way you're trying to be saved. Because you're gonna start asking for stuff and you're gonna start getting it, right? Then what's gonna happen is you're gonna stop asking and you're gonna stop doing the deeds. Then you're gonna just say, I might as well just go ahead and go to hell. That's the mindset they always get to. I ain't getting nothing anyway. It's not your time, it's not your season. You just gotta keep grinding and keep going. I talk all day. Appreciate y'all, Key. All right.